Hello and welcome to Stuff You Like with Sir Samersa. I promised you a treat last time and I am nothing if not true to my word. A few years ago a fan comic appeared on DeviantArt. Nothing unusual in that, lots to do every day. But roommates in which Jareth the Goblin King and Eric the Phantom of the Opera are, well, roommates, in a building also containing Javert, James Norrington and a whole host of others, stood out. The characters are true to their canon personalities, aware of the world in which they are living, and allowed to have character development. So it got popular. Really popular. So popular that it inspired a number of spin-offs. The main one I'm going to be talking about today is Girls Next Door. In Girls Next Door we tackle head-on the realities, realities of a Jareth-Sarah relationship. And beautifully to boot. A lot of popular webcomics started as gag-a-day strips, and Roommates and Girls Next Door are no exception. Roommates, being the original, was the first to branch out into serious plot. Major storylines involving Jareth devolving all the main characters to their canon selves. Javert, James Norrington, the Phantom, all the lessons they had learned, all the character development they had gained, gone. And it's a mark of how good the comic is that they lost a lot. Girls Next Door splits off into its own continuity at this point, with plots about Christine and Raoul and Eric, and Aziraphale and Crowley, but mainly Jareth and Sarah. We darn near drown in the UST. If nothing else, we can probably go swimming in it. If you watch Labyrinth and you're now thinking, there's no way you could write Jareth, Sarah and make me believe it, then I say to you, I understand. I do. Now go read these comics and fall in love. Such is the power of their alternative character development. They have taken characters, oftentimes villains, who were in one place and sent them on their own hero's journeys. Jareth struggles with his fey nature and his relationship with Sarah. Javert struggles to forgive Valjean. James Norrington struggles with his redemption arc and his death and gets a new girlfriend. Eponine from Les Mis, by the way. And Aziraphale and Crowley have endless debates on whether fan service is intrinsically good or evil. Have I mentioned that these fan comics are also awesome because they're funny? So very, very arch and funny. It's an alternate universe, but one in which the original universe existed, which is inherently bonkers, and there's a lot of comedy to be derived from that and from the meta jokes. But also, mistakes have been made by the characters in their respective universes. There is too much history just to sweep it all under the carpet or ignore it, and so things have to be dealt with that occurred in universe. But in this universe, our favourite characters have a fighting chance at happiness, and they go into it with both eyes open. What happens after the film ends and the credits roll is a subject of fanon everywhere, but in this universe we do things slightly differently. We ask, what happens when the film ends and while everything in it happened, it's still a film? Where do you go from there? The answer appears to be Buildingverse. It is rare that I find fan stuff that I like more than the original that spawned it. Because no matter how good it is, it wouldn't have existed without the original. But I love Girls Next Door and Roommates so much more than I love Phantom or Pirates of the Caribbean or even Labyrinth. Probably not more than I love Les Mis, but there you are. Because they make me root for characters I never really gave a second thought to before. They make me hope that Jareth and Sarah can work it out. They make me love Sarah even more. In this universe, she is a 19-year-old girl who some time ago made one stupid wish and had her life turned upside down because of it. She's grown up into a smart, grounded young woman in spite of all that. Buildingverse Sarah, both incarnations, is so real and so convincingly human that it's actually quite unnerving. So the hero's journey. Labyrinth is Sarah's. Roommates and GND are Jareth's. And they are both full of win. And that's our lot on Labyrinth and the hero's journey. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different episode, and I will see you next time for something terribly, terribly cultured. Sort of. Bye!